Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a Let's Play and initial impressions review for Bodies of Water, a game recently released on the Steam store for the HTC Vive Valve Index and the Oculus Rift. I'm testing this out on the Oculus Quest 2 using the Oculus Link cable, and this game normally retails for $20. It's not in early access, but it definitely feels like it should be in early access. The main problem with this game right now is the performance. It's pretty bad. I'm an RTX 3080. I had to change it to balanced. At first I think it was ultra quality and I was getting variable frame rates. Even at balanced though, it doesn't matter which one I choose, but I think with balanced I get a steady 45 frames per second, which I can deal with. But yeah, I never get a steady 90 frames per second, so steady 45 frames per second is the best I can do with this game. With my RTX 3080, I have an i9 10900, 32 megabytes of RAM, so there's nothing as far as my rig that would be bottlenecking the performance here. It's definitely the game. It needs optimization. So let's go ahead and load game. Let's go ahead and start. I don't want to spend a lot of time. Yes. So one thing I don't like about this game is there doesn't seem to be a save, and the checkpoints seem to be pretty far. I'm not sure exactly where the checkpoint is, but I'm always restarting at this point. The audio is pretty bad. There's obviously voiceovers in this game, but they're pretty bad. They sound like they're computer generated.
Trigger Fish Games production.
The visuals tend to be blurry. What I notice is that they're blurry at first, and then after a few seconds they do get in focus. Again, I would say that's probably an optimization issue. This game just needs lots of work. So
Sunrise Resort.
Here's a thing you can do. I'm not sure it really adds anything, but here, let's pretend. So let's go really quickly.
At the dive shop.
It says equip yourself at the dive shop, the first instructions you're given, which doesn't make sense because when you go to the dive shop, and this is the dive shop, okay, we're going here. It says equip yourself. Look what happens.
Have you got any cash for that?
Okay. And so I haven't shown you the tutorial. I'm glad this game doesn't make you redo the tutorial each time. The tutorial has the same problem where after those pop-up screens show up, your game freezes. You can't do anything. So again, let's say I pick this.
Away,
So while this is going on, you can't do anything. You can't move, you can't turn, you can't do anything. So you have to wait for the pop-up to end, and then after a second, you can go back to moving. So we can't buy anything. So when it says equip yourself at the dive shop, I mean, that's not technically true. You can't do it. So you have to look for coins. Actually, the first thing you should do, and because I've redone this part several times, I can tell you, the first thing you should do is run over here, get your fins.
Swim fins collected.
Get your swim fins, and then you can swim faster. And then you have to swim to the other side. You gotta swim over there. Now, I will tell you, it's gonna look very blurry when we get into the water, but that's fine. So you can dive.
Hey. To dive, or be to surface.
So one of the big problems with this game, I know I keep saying this game has problems. So I don't have the goggles right now, so that's why it's blurry. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But a big problem is the interactions here. None of them are interactive like we expect in modern VR games. It lacks the immersion that most modern VR games have from the VR interactions from the motion controllers. There's a reason why motion controllers are a part of modern VR systems. Is because we want to feel like we're in the game world. In this game, you're using your joystick to move forward, you're using snap turn to snap turn around, and then you're using A or B to dive or to resurface. In this case, you're being automatically resurfaced because you don't have the dive equipment necessary, so you can really only dive down. But you can go faster, so let's go ahead and do that because we're going a little bit too slow. Sorry. When I talk, I forget to do stuff, so... Okay, one of these places has one of the gears that we need and also 2 coins, so we need to get those. I'm not sure which one. By the way, I am playing seated. Okay, here is the snorkel.
Face mask and snorkel collected.
Okay. We can't collect this because we've already collected it. Okay. But we do get the 2 coins here.
2 doubloons collected.
So even these basic interactions, collecting the coins, collecting the snorkel, all very clunky.
Snorkel the bay to find more doubloons.
We can't really snorkel the bay right now, so that's not really true. So you're thrown into this world and you're given like instructions, but the instructions aren't really honest, you know? They're misleading. So what we have to do now actually is swim on the other side. I don't know the fastest way to get there. I think the fastest way is just to go straight here. So now we can actually dive and actually see underwater. And let's remember this time to swim faster. So keep using... So you do have exhaustion. So that's the bad thing about this, is that you do get exhausted pretty quickly. There isn't much here right now. Plus it's pretty dark, so... But let's keep diving anyways. Hopefully we'll see something. There are sea creatures below. I think that's part of the poor performance, is just all the sea creatures under the... See, there is real physics in this world. Well, when I say real physics, you know, realistic. Somewhat realistic physics. And it's... When this game works, it seems like it might be a really good game. But I guess that's the problem. It really doesn't deliver on its promise. It really doesn't work as it should, as one might expect. And so I think most people would be left with disappointment when purchasing this game, just because it really doesn't deliver on that immersion of diving. Again, from the lack of modern VR interactions, you know, you want to paddle with your motion controllers like you would really dive, or, you know, just like a real diver would move their arms is what you want to do in this game. But it doesn't matter because you're using your joystick and you're using your A and B to dive, and that's just not immersive. And to pick up items, it's very clunky. It's very 2017 VR, you know, not very good VR interactions. Like, people are just learning how to program. Oops, sorry. I was starting to go the wrong way. Okay. So again, let's go ahead and dive. And believe it or not, even though the graphics aren't great, it still is a nice feeling to dive and see the sea creatures, see the sea plant life. It's pretty cool. I actually wish I could dive deeper. This is the deepest you can dive with the equipment. Oh, wow. That's the deepest I can dive with this equipment that I have on right now. Once you get more upgrades, you know, you can dive deeper for longer without having to resurface. Right now, given our limited equipment, we can't really dive that far or for that long, that deep or for that long. So that's the reason why. But still, you know, the graphics aren't great in this game, but it's still enough to make it fun to dive. And I just wish he had that liberty to use those VR interactions, you know, to really, you know, dive and swim across, you know, like a real person. Right now, you just have to basically... See, this is what happens if I don't use a joystick. So this is me not using the joystick. As you can see, there's... It's nice to pretend, but I'm just But you know, that's the funny thing though, is it does actually kick up the water, so that's nice. But that's really all you're doing. You're not really doing anything else, and that's a shame. That's a missed opportunity there to make this a really good game. So even here, climbing the ladder, ooh, God, Jesus, oh, it's pretty bad. Okay. At least there's a sound. So if it wasn't for the sound, I don't think I could climb up the ladder. As far as daytime and nighttime, I mean, I guess it's nice, but you know, it's a pretty. As far as the surface, it's pretty barren. You know, there's not really a whole lot here to look at and admire. Although I do like the physics, and I'll show off some more of the physics. I probably should have done that a little bit more, but I'll do that right here. And so one of the tricky things here is that you have to go up here, which isn't really obvious. The only way I figured this out is by looking at the store page video and seeing that you could go up there. I had actually been in this area. I didn't realize you can go up that area. I thought it was blocked off. And yeah, with the running, like I said, you have the exhaustion, so you get exhausted pretty fast. So the one thing to notice is you got to get the coins. Again, you need the coins to upgrade. So here are some coins. Okay, it's pretty dark though. Oh, there are the coins right here. Okay, there they are. And by the way, this is not really a spoiler. This is on the store page, one of the store page videos at least. Okay, so now I have enough to buy something at the store. But the problem is I keep dying here. So this is the cool thing about this experience. Probably the best thing is this little dive here. Okay.
Tempt gainers when jumping from boards by using right thumbstick.
So for right now, you can't move, you can't turn, you can't do anything. You have to wait for this stuff to finish.
Remember,
I still can't move.
Always land feet first and vertical.
So, you know, the graphics aren't great. You know, the textures are poor. It's blurry. The performance is awful. But you know what? It still looks good enough. And this does feel awesome. If this really worked, this would be an awesome VR experience. But it definitely needs, like I said, better VR interactions, better performance, better optimization. Before I would recommend this. But for $20, you might want to take a chance on this developer. Because this game does have promise. You know, it's not an asset flip. There's something to this game. Oh, I haven't shown... Oh, crap. I haven't shown the realistic physics. Can I go back? Oh, yes. Okay. Oops. I almost messed up. I almost was going to dive. Let me show off the physics. Because I might die there. I might die. I've died twice already trying to do that trick. So before I jump off, let me show you some... Well, here. It's hard to show off the physics of this beach ball. Well, here, you can see the physics from here, I guess. See the ball physics. Well, I'm not sure how realistic that was. That's pretty cool. If you throw the ball in the water, it'll float above the water. Yeah, you know. Okay. So, as I was bragging about the physics, the ball does that. Okay. Okay, but I think I did qualify it. I said something like semi-realistic or almost realistic. Not very realistic. Okay. But, you know, there is some physics there. Unlike some VR games that have absolutely no physics. Okay, where am I jumping from? Okay, I'm going to jump from here. Okay. All right, so... any last words? Goodbye, cruel world. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Game over.
Oh, man, that's what I get for trying to do these tricks. So, guess what happens now? Game over. Yeah, you got to start all over again from the very beginning. Yeah, not very pleasant. Obviously, you don't have to do that. You can take the risk-free approach, but that's just not me.
At the dive shop.
Okay, and if you think, well, maybe you still have your money. No, you don't have your money. This is capitalism, baby. Of course you wouldn't have any money.
Have you
You
got any cash for that?
you broke your skull. You get no money. You got 0 coins. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so this has been a Let's Play and initial impressions for Bodies of Water VR. It's $20. I have a hard time recommending this game. I'm going to give it a neutral recommendation, a 5 out of 10. And I would say only buy it if you want to support development. There is something to this game. The diving from the top of the cliff and diving down is actually pretty fun. I'm not going to lie there. It is fun. It's crazy. You got to nail it right or else you die. And, diving underwater. I don't know why they did the upgrades the way they did. Trying to find the coins. I found 4 coins so far. I have no idea where any of the other coins are. Definitely don't like that. Not cool. I wish there was another way. Maybe, after every area that you went to, you get experience points and you can use that to upgrade versus right now having to find the coins. There were some coins over there. I know there are some coins in the water too, which it's not going to be fun trying to find a coin in the water. That's just not really nice design gameplay. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my initial impressions. This game has potential, but that's not enough for me to recommend the game. And really, that's all this game has is potential, because as is, I wouldn't recommend it. But I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I think I'm being generous. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. If you liked my review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.